Bitter criticism Saturday. No, Friday. Friday. Um, Regular news Friday. What happened to the genocide? And so on. What can I say? I just saw this morning an interview from BRICS Things. I guess a channel about BRICS, and they were making an interview. They had an interview with I didn't save the name. Feliciano Guimarães, and the channel with Anastasia G on Think BRICS channel on YouTube. And this Feliciano Guimarães guy, he said that Brazil didn't allow Venezuela to enter the BRICS because of as everybody knows, the geopolitical situation, the elections. I think this is absolutely bullshit. You know, the reality is the US controls the world. The US still controlling the world. And language. The question is, this Guimarães guy said that if Venezuela invades Guyana in the north of Brazil, that will be a major craziness. That will be terrible for Brazilian geopolitics. Anyway, so Brazilian diplomacy is absolutely weak, you know? They just do whatever the US want to do. And Brazil even condemned the Russian invasion on Ukraine. In my opinion, the invasion was absolutely necessary because of imperialism. In my opinion, even in domestic policy, the US is scrambling. So I guess this inevitably will happen. So I don't really understand why people are so well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe imperialism will prevail. The question is, American population, they are suffering because of neoliberalism. The only people that are doing reasonably great are Chinese people. And maybe even them, they let the Mao Zedong times behind. Maybe they are not thinking about communism anymore. So who really knows? I just think this is a absolutely travestied world. But Chile is even worse than Brazil, you know? You have this Guimarães guy, a diplomat, a Feliciano Guimarães, saying that condemning Venezuela. But in my opinion, the BRICS should not. Who knows? maybe it will be more interesting for the BRICS to make other alliance to make other alliance with Venezuela. Yeah, that would be a good solution, but because the BRICS, China and Russia, they have not this kind of problem like Brazil. They don't have this kind of this craziness. So China and Russia, they know the world is not the invasion was fair. Maybe China is not supporting, but maybe there's a lot of cowardice on diplomacy. I just want to say that China, they are the only right people. They are the only who are absolutely right about invading, preventing the problem, preventing the problems with NATO. And well, if China didn't support them, this is just because of cowardice. But times came to China too, you know. Neoliberalism is scrambling. So imperialism in the neoliberal form, even Donald Trump is not being able to do nothing, you know. So Donald Trump is doing nothing. Is not is a paradox. Neoliberalism still controls the US, still controls the whole system, the whole globalization. But the question is, the people in general, nobody wants neoliberalism anymore. Take the Chilean case, for example. At the beginning, our president, Gabriel Boric, he promised to end up neoliberalism. He promised it. But as you can imagine, it's not possible for a country like Chile that only sells wine, grapes, and copper it's not possible for a country like this to do anything. And that's what Gabriel Boric did. Nothing. Let's be fair with Gabriel Boric. The question is, with Gabriel Boric, the Chilean president, is that Chilean fascism, Chilean right wing, they faced a campaign against the new constitution. So we were not able to publish to approve this new constitution. So after that, we right here in Chile, we stay with the same. We kept the Pinochet constitution, and that's been terrible. I mean, Gabriel Boric was not able to change nothing. He promised to change a lot of things after the riots, the turmoil right here in Chile. But the turmoil just calmed down and things are terrible as usual. Right here, Chile is a terrible country. People have zero opportunities. People specialize on small amount of robbery and begging, you know. That's it. People beg to survive. And they think that are great. You cannot even imagine how many people, just like after the collapse of Soviet Union, this is a forever collapsed country. That's the best way to explain. Chile is a forever collapsed country. Chile is a forever collapsed country. And well, and this whole system, neoliberalism, controls Brazil, controls Chile, controls Argentina. But this system is collapsing inside out. It's collapsing from inside. A lot of American people, they're voted for Trump, but actually they want something different. They want communism. I was talking to a homeless guy from Argentina here in Chile, and he was absolutely destitute, and he was absolutely degraded, like, I don't know, living on the street for a long time ago, just like me right now. But at least I have this hat because the sun here, let me tell you, the sun here is too stronger than in Brazil because of the ozone layer. And well, what can I say about Brazilian diplomacy, about politics in general? This guy Feliciano Guimarães, he reminded me how the Brazilian FBI is controlling everything. I guess, just commenting on something Rui Costa Pimenta said, the Trotsky's leader of PCO on Brazil, very influential party. Look, I guess Rui Costa Pimenta and PCO, he said that they said they are this Trotsky's party are used to political persecution. And that's fine. I will not say fine, but they are familiarized to it. So well, Rui Costa Pimenta said that there was a guy studying in the northeast, in the north of Brazil, northeast, maybe the poorest region in Brazil is the north, the far north, close to Guyana and Venezuela, close to Venezuela and Guyana. The question is, Brazil is a very separated in regions country. They are separated in several regions: the south part, this southeast part, and northeast part, and there's the central region too, and the north, and that's it. Nobody talk about the west. They talk about the central part. Well, what happened is, in the northeast there was a college student that he was stalked by the FBI, the FBI itself, because of anti-communism. Let's say this. Well, this is getting a kind of special. The CIA, the FBI, they are managing to put in jail the extremes. So when you put in jail all the extremes, the most important extreme is the left, of course, because the left, they want to defeat the dollar. That's what is happening in the world now. The dollar is getting defeat. The dollar finally will disappear. The dollar will disappear. That's my prediction in this subtitle. What happened? This Rui Costa Pimenta guy, the leader of PCO on COTV, he said that the Northeast is not an important region. But let me tell you, what can I say? Strategically, or maybe the status quo. Like this guy, Feliciano Guimarães, is from the southeast, from Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, I don't know why, but these people from Rio, cariocas, and I will include Paulistas too, just like Rui Costa Pimenta. These people, they are not free, they are not free, just like people, like the Northeast people. There's not a political issue here. Right here we have an anthropological issue, a social anthropology issue. And putting in simple words, Southeast people from Rio and São Paulo, they are fascists. They are absolutely controlled by the United States of America. They want dollars. If the dollars disappear, they will suffer inimaginable. They are absolutely zombies. All these people, cariocas and paulistas, they only think in terms of dollars. They want dollars. That's the truth. People in the Northeast, like Paraíba, there was a guy. I will say straightforward. A guy just like me. A guy just like me, living in the Northeast. Like goats. Yeah, we are all goats there. Sometimes I miss some people from there. They're very nice people, very talented people. But the question is, just because of the zombies of Southeast, people think this is a great deal to migrate to São Paulo. But in my opinion, São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, they are zombie regions. They just want dollars. And what can I say? This Feliciano Guimarães is a perfect example of how zombies these people are. He said, the invasion in Ukraine, the Brazil cannot support the invasion. How ignorant you can be, isn't it? Because the invasion was absolutely necessary and victorious. By this time, Ukraine is done. Ukraine is absolutely done against the EU, against NATO, and against São Paulo too, and against Rio de Janeiro too. Terrible. My opinion, the Northeast should be a separate country. Honestly. And what? And well, there's no freedom. There's no political freedom in Brazil, but in the Northeast, of course, there's a lot of homicide. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of poisoning. But that's just how life is. And well, in Rio and São Paulo, there's nothing like this. It's just people asking you for money. That's the whole truth about it. And well, it's very shocking because you never know how strong is imperialism. Anastasia, this woman, Anastasia, Russia, even Russia, yeah, you know, from my point of view, imperialism is still very strong and absolutely unfair. Absolutely unfair. Imperialism controls the minds of everybody in the world. Chileans, Brazilians, even Russian people. Russian people, they don't even finish the war. They don't even take Ukraine for. They don't even finish the job. They don't even finish, but my opinion, Russian are considering to join efforts against China. That's my opinion. And even Chinese people, they are just thinking about making more money. Not to, and the hard thing about everybody, the hard thing about stupid humans is that they don't remember how the problem started in the first place. They don't remember how, they don't even know how the world works. They don't even know how the US imperialism laundry money with the dollar. How they laundry money using the dollar. So they just want dollars. And anyway, I guess that's it. That's it by now. This was a short comment. Maybe myself, I just want dollars, I just want money. But at least I know this whole system will collapse. This whole system will definitely collapse. And what can I tell about Rui Costa Pimenta? Sometimes it's not necessary. I guess PCO, I guess the left wing will not succeed. I hope it will. But sometimes, personally, those are the classical problems of capitalism. Look, if you don't like something cultural from Rui Costa Pimenta, in the event of Rui Costa Pimenta victory in politics, if Rui Costa Pimenta take the power in Brazil, he will kill me, because I think he's a Paulista zombie. And that's why Trotskyism doesn't work. That's why communism, that's why people hate communism, because of authoritarianism, because of, I forgot the word, authoritarianism. I forgot the word. There's a better word for this. And well, I mean, my opinion, Rui Costa Pimenta contradicts himself too much. He is most of the part a regular Paulista citizen, a citizen from São Paulo, southeast, just thinking in terms of social status. Understand? He's like a victim of his region. That's my take. My opinion, Brazil are not a real country. Not a real country. Things are much different between the regions, understand? And well, all the Southeast people, they are like zombies. They are just, they want dollars. They don't want to overthrow the whole imperialism, unfortunately. And yeah, my critics, my deep criticism against Rui Costa Pimenta is that he is kind of his ideology is too Paulista people from South and Southeast in Brazil. They are too colonized. They are colonized by capitalism, by imperialism, and I guess that makes them contradictory. Contradictory. But that's it. So these people, they contradict themselves too much. They think a lot of appearances or fashion, understand? Not appearances, but they think too much of fashion, style, understand? I guess people in general, they do think about style and thing, but guess what? The masses, people in general, they are always wrong. Always wrong. And well, Rui Costa Pimenta thinks people are always right in the long run. I guess, I don't know, I guess things are too easy in Brazil, maybe. And the climate, I don't know. Well, it's very complex, social sciences. But that's it. And he said, Rui Costa Pimenta says that anybody who will criticize them, it will be a criminal. So I'm a criminal, but because I look like a criminal. Anyway, so what happened to me in my life? Wherever I go, people realize how wrong they are, how superficial they are, and how stupid. Most of Latin people, Brazilian people, Chilean people, and well, that's it. I'm just going to bet. I hope I'm wrong, but I guess communist revolution. I guess capitalism. Nobody likes. The question is, nobody likes capitalism anymore. Nobody. But people are failing. People like Rui Costa Pimenta are failing because of the classic problems of communism, because of the authoritarianism. I forgot the word. I don't remember. When someone takes a unilateral decision, a summary decision. But anyway, who knows? But I guess China is doing well. And that's it. So unfortunately, who knows what's going to happen? I guess Chinese people are doing better because they have jobs.